Well, hi, gang. Daryl Davis here, and I am so honored and excited to be with a very incredible human being, Ron Klein. Now, if I went through his resume, it would blow you away. I'm just going to focus on one thing. He's an inventor. Would you consider yourself an inventor? Is that?
I rather claim that I'm an innovator.
Okay. All
because I take advantage and I add benefits to ideas, and some of them are creative ideas. Some of them are utilizing things that exist, and I do modifications of those ideas. So I'm really innovating.
Got it. All right. Well, the one that I'd like to ask you about is that you, for the people that don't know, Ron Klein here, Mr. Klein.
Mr. Klein was my dad, so I'm just Ron.
It's just Ron. We're on first name basis now. Ron here, he created something that revolutionized the real estate industry for buyers, sellers, and realtors, and that's the MLS system.
Correct.
Now, when you created this, did you know ahead of time that this was going to revolutionize the industry?
I knew it was going to make a big difference in the industry because as people would travel from one location to another, when they got to that other location, they wanted their needs to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
And so we needed more information coming from some centralized location, so that the realtors would have more information for their potential clients.
So what was the inspiration for you to create this? Was it to serve people, or is it just simply a need that you saw?
It was a need. It was a need that was brought to me that as people would travel from one location to another, and realtors would have a need for having tools that they could use for this. And that was one of the big things that I created for MLS. There was no portable tools, and there were no printed mechanisms that any realtor could inquire into a central database to say what is the need that a realtor has to serve their client.
But now, Ron, let me ask you this. I'm sure while you were doing this, it wasn't easy. I'm guessing you had challenges. Maybe I'm wrong. Did you have challenges while you were doing this?
I have a lot of technical talent, so the challenges weren't that great. It was just a matter of what is the proper way to do it. So there were lots of changes. From the initial concept until I came up with the final concept, there were lots of changes. But the challenges weren't that great.
Yeah, you see, you're just smart. You're a smart, intelligent man. That was nothing. I did it in my robe.
Right. I don't remember what I was wearing.
All right. So I don't know where to go with that now. I know. Okay. So now, let me ask you this. In the real estate industry, what do you see might be the next thing that somebody hasn't done yet that will revolutionize the industry? What need do you see now?
That's interesting that you asked, because I live in the state of Florida, and we're surrounded, it's a peninsula, so we're surrounded by lots of water.
Mm-hmm.
And now there's many changes that are happening with regard to flood insurance. Okay, and this is because flood insurance was subsidized by the government at one point, and now it's no longer subsidized by the government. So what used to be a very low rate could be an astronomical rate now. So it's very important that the realtor knows when he's looking at a property, even if it's not on waterfront, it could be in a flood zone, and that could be subject to very expensive flood insurance. I have a methodology and a knowledge of a way to satisfy that need.
Really? Okay. So I think we just it's like I feel like I just broke some news here. We have a new invention coming from Ron. All right. Now, seriously, in just overall outside of real estate, do you see what would, just for the average human being, what might be the next thing that might revolutionize just humanity? Do you have a thought?
Well, I never sell ideas because I don't classify myself as an inventor that sits in a think tank with his head held.
Okay.
I'm an innovator, and when I see a need, I take that need and turn it into a benefit. So I don't provide ideas, I provide benefits. Right now, the thing that's most on my mind is a project that I've been working on for the last 2 years to help and aid the visually impaired. And I've come up with a methodology using a smartphone and some specialized coded labels that are adhesive that they could put onto anything that they'd like to identify in their daily operation, hold their smartphone, read that label, and it tells them what it is that the item is.
Wow.
So I feel that's going to be revolutionizing.
Wow.
the visually impaired, and it goes beyond that because it has unlimited applications. My whole concept and idea was to help the visually impaired,
Okay.
satisfy the blind with this need. But when I thought about it even a little bit further, it has really unlimited application for people with macular degeneration and possibly in some form of inventory control. So it's a thought.
Yeah. Wow, that is so awesome. I'm so excited to hear this.
Thank you.
For anybody to be successful, to be an innovator in their own personal life, in their business life, if you were to look at yourself, and I know you're a humble person, you are, but if you were to look and give credit to a certain characteristic about your life that has helped create the space for you to be an innovator, what would that characteristic be?
Very simple answer. It's so important to be aware and to learn something new every day. As simple as that item might be that you're exposed to just in everyday life, acquire knowledge, because knowledge is power, and that gives you the ability to be innovative. And that, I feel, is the most important thing.
Awesome.
Learn something new every day, and then I just feature those 3 words that I live by: be smart, daring, and different.
Wow. Be smart, daring, and different. That's, Ron, I really thank you so much for taking this time. I mean, I feel so blessed to have met you.
Thank you so much for
All right.
having me.
Thank you. Thank you.